Ronnie swam to the shore of a distant city, placing her infant in a basket. With her heart seared by sorrow, she sent the baby away, choosing to watch from afar before vanishing into the ocean depths. The next day in a classroom, Lucy, a dedicated teacher, helped students with their assignments. Anne, a classmate filled with envy, positioned a magical mirror to reveal Lucy's reflection. What Anne saw horrified her. Lucy wasn't who she seemed to be. Years earlier, in the icy village of Ate, Ronka, bound and accused of stealing the king's gold, pleaded for mercy. She was sentenced to drown, but before her captors could act, Ronka leapt into the river. As the cold waters engulfed her, a shimmering mermaid appeared. The mermaid offered salvation at a price. Ronka would transform into a mermaid, forsaking her human life and memories. Desperate to save her unborn child, Ronka agreed. She gave birth days later, leaving her baby on a distant shore where a wealthy, childless woman, Mrs. Era, found and adopted her. She named the baby Lucy. Lucy grew up surrounded by love, but also mystery. Her beauty and charm captivated everyone, but her secret, webbed, fish-like feet caused her anguish. Mrs. Era hid Lucy's secret, crafting lies to protect her. Despite this, whispers and ridicule followed Lucy. Teachers and classmates mocked her, and the smell of fish emanating from her feet alienated her further. Lucy's teacher, Miss Sui, once confronted Mrs. Era, complaining about the smell. Furious, Mrs. Era defended Lucy, but the incident left Lucy heartbroken. Overwhelmed, Mrs. Era withdrew Lucy from school, opting for homeschooling. As Lucy grew older, her questions about her differences intensified. Mrs. Era reassured her, saying, "You're special, not cursed." But Lucy wasn't convinced. At 16, she convinced Mrs. Era to let her attend high school. Lucy excelled academically and became the center of attention, outshining even Anne, a proud classmate determined to win the school's valedictorian scholarship. Anne, consumed by envy, plotted to expose Lucy's secret. She used a magical mirror to reveal Lucy's true nature to the entire school during the final exam week. As Lucy's reflection turned into that of a half-human, half-fish, the students gasped in horror. Humiliated, Lucy fled to the riverside, crying out to the waters, "Why am I different?" Far beneath the waves, Sonia, a mermaid and Ronka's best friend, heard Lucy's cries. Realizing the truth, Sonia told Ronka about her daughter. Memories flooded back, and Ronka swam to the shore to meet Lucy. Trembling, she revealed her identity to Lucy, sharing the story of her sacrifice. Lucy, heartbroken, asked to become like her mother, but Ronka could only remove Lucy's fish-like features, making her fully human. Ronka promised to be there if Lucy ever needed her, then disappeared into the ocean. Lucy returned to school to find time had rewound, erasing the events caused by Anne's plot. She confidently faced her exams, her reflection now showing her as entirely human. Anne's scheme failed, and she became disoriented during her exams, ultimately losing the valedictorian title to Lucy. On graduation day, Lucy stood proudly as valedictorian, her success celebrated by Mrs. Era in the school. Far in the ocean, Ronka listened to Lucy's speech with a mix of sorrow and pride. Lucy often returned to the river, calling out for her mother, hoping to see her again. Though the waters remained silent, Lucy held on to hope. This story teaches us to celebrate others' successes and act with kindness. The traps we set for others can become our own downfall. Let's lead lives of love and contentment, ensuring everyone's victory.